Let me say right now that by the time you have watched through this video, you will find it extremely difficult not to accept as a fact that this planet is under constant astronautical surveillance by devices which are not humanly contrived.
Roy Dutton, a retired aeronautical engineer, has been researching UFO activity for the last 40 years. His work is gathering global interest as he has discovered patterns in the time and geographical location of UFO sightings. This has enabled him to predict when and where UFO sightings are more likely to occur.
I was convinced that they were real and they were technology. Whatever they were not just things that people were seeing, from their imagination. They were actually seeing and reporting things which could be technological in their form, in the way they were behaving. And I started looking into how they might be working. I was particularly keen on knowing how they were propelled if they were doing such wonderful things. Why couldn't we do those things? And of course, very quickly I realized that our technology and our physics were nothing like as good as theirs. They were using techniques and producing results that we could not possibly reproduce. So at that point I gave up trying to understand how they were working and started to look at what they were up to. So then I was looking at the locations they'd visited and what seemed to be of interest to them. And from that built up this picture of a surveillance activity that was taking place. First of all in Britain, because it was 1967 and when Britain was actually plagued by UFO events. So then it was a matter of looking to see whether it made any sense. The speed they were travelling at, always in the retrograde sense, that is always against the Earth's rotation, by the way, that they were travelling at a speed far greater than any satellite we could produce, or any natural satellite. Their typical speed round the world was 65.45 minutes. Now, a satellite going around at that speed is actually going to shoot off into space. And that is the problem. You see, and this is a big stumbling block for people who are trying to understand this theory. They're not prepared to do what I did, which was to accept it. Let's move from here. We're dealing with new technology. We're dealing with technologies beyond our ken, basically. These things seem to be able to do that and hold themselves in orbit for a short while, at least, while they found the target.